How many clothes do I need? This question hits differently depending on where you are. Maybe you're changing careers. Maybe you've had a major life change. I actually had a client a few years ago whose house burned down and then had to start over from nothing. Or maybe you're just staring at a closet that technically has clothes, but nothing actually works together. Knowing how many clothes you actually need is the most effective way to build a wardrobe that works for your real life. In today's episode, I'm teaching the strategic sequence for building a wardrobe from scratch, why the ratios matter more than total quantity, and how to figure out exactly how many pieces you need. So a few years ago, I pulled, this was actually back when I was blogging. I had an early fashion blog, and I pulled out everything out of my closet and started counting. Five bottoms, 12 what I called toppers, like layers, like jackets, blazers, sweatshirts, and then three tops. No wonder I couldn't get dressed. I had way too many blazers and almost nothing to wear under them. So I didn't need more clothes. I just needed the right ratio of clothes, of the specific pieces. So the strategic sequence, think of it like building a house. You don't start with the decorative trim, you start with the foundation, then the structure, then the details. And your wardrobe works the same way. Uh, Here's the order that makes sense to me. Shoes first. So the shoes set they establish your style and especially the lifestyle segment that you're working in. So you need like one or two pairs. I like to alternate because I think it's good for them to breathe in between wears. But one or two pairs that work for your primary lifestyle. People are not looking at your feet, so they don't care if you have different pairs of shoes. I mean, not that you should care that much what other people think anyway, but then the next thing is bottoms, pants or skirts, depending on what you actually wear. This could be dresses if you're somebody who wears dresses all the time. And taking out the dress part, although you could do it, 2 to 3 pairs can carry you through a week if they're in good condition. And then toppers, and I do that next because it's you need fewer of them because you don't have to wash them as often. Um, Blazers, cardigans, jackets. I have in certain seasons tended to buy too many of those and create imbalance because that is that is a category that I think shows personality and that type of thing. And also that is a good segment component in your wardrobe to find at thrift stores if you like to shop at thrift stores. And then finally, tops, what you wear closest to your skin, closest to your face. You need more of those because you're, I mean, sometimes they need to be washed every time you wear them. So before you can figure out how many clothes you need to know what you're dressing for. So a lifestyle segment is the type of activities that you're doing in that type of clothes. So um, office work is usually business casual. If you're home with kids, that requires a certain, especially depending on the ages of your kids. I remember doing the calculations for a friend of mine who had babies, and she thought she had a lot of jeans. She had, I don't know, 12 or 16 pairs of jeans in her drawer, but she was changing her pants more than once a day because of babies. Uh, So build one segment at a time. A separate segment might be your workout clothes or, um, you know, things that you wear like for social events, date nights, those type of things. So pick the one you get dressed for the most and start with that one. Then how many clothes you need depends on how often you do laundry. If something gets dirty right after laundry day, it's unavailable for however long. Uh, the laundry cycle includes the days before between laundry plus however long it takes for something to dry. I hang almost all of my clothes and then iron them when they're wet. So if you do this math, always round up and have more items rather than rounding down and having less. Because having a few extra pieces will give you breathing room. And then before you start buying, it's really helpful to know your outfit template. So that's going to be the silhouette that works for your body. Like maybe it's fitted pants with a longer topper, structure on top and flow on the bottom. So your template is determined by your body's design, not by trends. Although trends do have an impact, especially on what's available in the stores. So the Body Design Basics Guide walks you through figuring out a template. It covers the major pieces of what you need for that. And you can find the link in the show description or at my website, signaturestylesystems.com. Once you know your template, you're building strategically around what flatters you. And then for most people, how much is enough would be in one lifestyle segment, maybe one or two pairs of shoes, 2 to 4 bottoms, 2 to 4 toppers, and then 4 to 8 tops. That would be enough to get dressed for a week without repeating the exact same outfit. And the exact numbers are going to depend on your laundry cycle. Teaching you the sequence and the principles is one thing. Actually doing the calculations and building the complete strategy is another. In my full year Discover Your Style DNA program, I do this work for you. We figure out your exact numbers for each lifestyle segment, build your outfit templates, and create the strategic plan for your entire wardrobe. If you're ready for someone to do the strategic thinking with you, reach out through the contact form at signaturestylesystems.com. Now, here's something simple you can do this week to integrate these principles into your wardrobe. Pick one lifestyle segment, the one that you dress for most often. Count your tops, count your bottoms, and count your toppers. Is there one category that you feel like you're really low in? Is that creating a bottleneck in your outfit creation? If so, that's your shopping priority. You don't necessarily need more of everything. You might just need more of the specific piece that's holding you back from getting dressed easily. Thanks so much for being here for the Signature Style Systems podcast. Have fun being you, and I will meet you back here again real soon.